Okay, so this is the first video I'm doing on YouTube. I've seen videos of people buying cars for cheap with no MOT, fixing them up, servicing them, making them look nice and selling them on for a bit of profit. That's what I'm deciding to do as well. So first things first, probably wants a wing. All the brakes are seized on it. It was sat up for 2 months. I've got full service kit and brake calipers there for it. It does have rear privacy glass from the factory, which I thought was quite nice. And the interior on it actually isn't bad nick, just needs a good wallet. It did have a starting issue. It took me a couple of hours of messing about to find. It turned out one of the fuses was missing. I think the previous fella was trying to pull fuses, trying to get it started. And he ended up leaving one of the fuses out, but we got a new fuse for it and she's good to go now. It failed the last MOT on handbrake cables. So I'm just getting it up now. I was trying to free up the caliper, but it's fully seized. So I've got a couple of new calipers for it, and then we're going to get it driven. And hopefully these brakes, which were actually new before we went for the MOT, and the car sat up, these were actually new, and the pads are new as well. So there's our old washer. There's the other one. You can see the condition of that old one. Also got new slider pins for that caliper. So a wee dab of silicone grease on them. Then we're tightening these up. I'll take that off. Give the end of that a couple more taps. And give it another nip up. There you go. Okay, so that's the passenger front done. New slider pins, re-grease them, and we've got 2 new copper washers there for the join. We also need to get the pressure bleeder out and get this blade. Okay, I've got a pressure bleeder hooked up. Simply come over here and release that bleed nipple. There we go. That's this one done. Okay, that's the driver's side complete as well. Again with the slider pins and new washers as well for the join. Get the wheel back on now. The next protocol, we're doing the oil and oil filter. Also going to change the gearbox oil. Wobble here. Gearbox oil is actually quite clean. Now that we've done all the fluids, this is the next thing we need to address. What do you see? What do you hear this? So it needs one of the cam buckets, the lifter buckets is obviously worn right through, so we're going to replace that on the camshaft. And while we're in there, we'll do a timing belt. Okay, so we have a crankshaft pinned, camshaft pinned, and we've got the valve cover off. We're going to have to take these off so that we can get access to the camshaft and the buckets below that we need to get access to. Right, so that's the camshafts out. But just before I show you the damage, I'm going to show you everything I've had to take off to get to this point. That knocking noise that we were hearing before, see that? This lifter has worn through. All the rest of them actually looking decent nick. They all still feel nice and smooth and they're turning. This one is no bueno. So we'll get the buckets replaced and then we'll get the new cam in and then we'll start messing about. We'll all put it back together. So now we've got that removed, you can see the extent of the damage. So it's worn through the lifter, the top of the lifter. Get that replaced anyway. You need to get this sprocket off to transfer over to the new camshaft. You need to use this special tool here. It bolts into those 3 slots, and then that puts pressure on this and pushes the sprocket off. You can see this is the old camshaft here. There was a wee bit of damage on one of the lobes there. You can see that one's rounded off the edge of that lobe there. Some of the rest of them are fine, but I think that was the one, I'm not sure, I think that was the one that was hitting that lifter. So that's probably bottomed that out a bit. Okay, so I did get a wee bit carried away off camera. I've already got the cam carriers on and the injector rocker arms. Now we're moving on to this manky water pump here. Okay, so we've got the timing belt all finished up. That was 20 newton meters plus 45. All these bolts in this were 15, and that was 20 newton meters on that one. We are now going to set the lash for the injectors, so we need to turn the engine over until this injector spring is fully depressed on this, and then you turn this with a 6mm Allen key until it stops, and then back it off 180 degrees, and then you tighten up this lock nut. Okay, so this is the contraption here, a couple of extensions, and you just fit that onto there, and you turn this engine over until that injector spring there is the first number 1 injector is all the way depressed, and you just turn that until it stops against your finger. There's the resistance there. So then what we want to do now is we just want to back it off 180 degrees, and then we put in the locking nut. Okay, so that's them all set. The firing order goes 1, 3, 4, 2. As you can see, this is the last one I have to press down. So what I'm going to do now is put the valve cover back on, and then I'm going to recheck my timing marks before I build it all back up. So I've repinned all these after turning it over, and all my timing marks line up correctly. And the valve cover's on now. We're going to start putting it all back together. Okay, well, I've all built back up now. Put the boost pipe on, fuel lines, and the coolant bottle back up. I haven't put any coolant in it yet, and I'm not going to. I want to see if it starts first and how it runs, and then we'll go from there. Seems to run okay. By the way, this Jubilee clip is temporary. I will get that sorted. Let's see if the awful knocking noise is gone. Yep, that's that knocking noise sorted. Right, that is me back from the test drive. I'm just going to have to top up the coolant because it is a little bit low. But that is basically it for this episode. All the body work, I'm going to start doing the polishing the headlights and getting this sort of wing sorted. What else have we got? We've got this, which has gone sort of matte. We're going to repaint that. I think we're going to wash it and give it a polish as well. So that'll be in the next episode. That's it for this one.